guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm coming at you with the thing I decided to test for the month of February. I guess you could call it a habit, or I don't know. It's not really a habit, I guess, is it? Anyway, for the month of February I decided to try out meal prepping. I initially wrote it down as meal planning. That's not quite right, because I always plan out my meals whenever I go grocery shopping. So this is meal prepping. So I started with, first off, this is being filmed February 2nd. You guys are not seeing it until March, because obviously I have to test it out for the whole month. So just so we have a ground base there. And I am actually getting ready to go meal prep my first round of meals for the month, I guess. I'm only going to focus on doing 5 meals prepped every week. The other 2 will be like my normal days off from my actual day job. So I'm not really worried about prepping for those days because I have free time. Riley just brought a giant rawhide in here. Thank you, Riley. Anyway, so to start off nice and easy for this first week, I decided to just make a really big batch of chicken corn chowder in the crock pot. It takes poached chicken, a couple cups of the broth that you're left with after you poach the chicken, potatoes, frozen corn, just a bag of frozen corn, 2 cups of cream of chicken, and then after it's all nice and hot, you add in a little bit of cold water and some cornstarch. So I'm going to take that and divide it up into 4 containers because the 5th one is what I'm eating tonight. And then, yeah, see where we go from there. It's going to be a weird experiment for me because I don't generally like to eat the same thing every single night, but it was easiest to start off with just one base thing that I could make and have for 5 nights. So, as the weeks go on, so I've got 3 more weeks to test this out, I'm going to try different meals every week and see what I think of it. So yeah, let's do this thing. Hey, hi, what's up? There's no makeup on my face. But anyway, so at the end of week 1 of meal prepping, and first off, I love how much time it saves me. Like if I've had a really busy day, or if I just I'm running behind or something like that, especially this last week was kind of insane as far as how much I was working and everything. So it was really nice to just have dinner already done, and all I had to do was heat it up. My meal prepping is a little bit different than what you typically see, I feel because normally when I see people do meal prepping stuff, it's things that they can just reheat in the microwave, and technically mine could be reheated in the microwave, but I don't own a microwave, so mine has to be reheated using the stovetop or the oven, but there's no prep work involved anymore. For my chicken corn chowder, I would just pull out the container, dump it into a saucepan, put a lid on it, and let it just heat up for a few minutes. And that was it. It was done. Good to go. So that was super helpful. I will say though that towards the end of the week, it was starting to hit that point of I was getting tired of eating the same thing every day. But other than that, am I tilted? Probably. I'm being a lazy vlogger thing. It's not technically a vlog, but it's vlog style. Anyway, yeah. So that is one of the things that I was concerned about that would happen whenever I started this, but I'm sticking with it anyway, and that's all that matters. And that's also why I made sure to throw in different meals on my days off from work, so that I could have that little bit of a mix-up when I have more time during my day. So, going into week 2 of this meal prep thing, I decided to make chicken. I poached it again, and because it just makes it like really easy to cut and just like fall apart and delicious. And it's just super easy to make in general. So I did poached chicken, rice, and broccoli, and separate that into 5 containers so that it is ready to go for the work week days. So yeah, week 2, here we go. Alright, so wrapping up week 2 of my meal prep challenge, I guess you could call it. The rice, chicken, and broccoli. First off, I figured out partway through the week that I could take that and put it inside of a tortilla and basically make my own quesarito. Yeah, added some cheese. It was a good time. But outside of that, that one was a little more difficult for me to get through. Like, I like rice with like yum yum sauce and chicken, but the way that I cooked the chicken didn't quite work with the rice. I cut it into too big of pieces and it just wasn't flavored well, so that was my bad. I probably would have been able to handle it better if I had cooked the chicken differently. But that week is done. We are on to week 3 now, and this week I decided to make stuffed shells. So from what I read, you can prepare stuffed shells ahead of time and like put them in the freezer, or you can leave them in the fridge for like 24 hours uncooked. So I decided to go ahead and cook them because it does have an egg in it, so like you don't want to just leave it like sitting out even in the fridge for too long. So I'm cooking them all at once, and then I'm just going to divide that into containers. This is probably going to be the one week where I really wish I had a microwave, because it probably won't be a lot of fun trying to heat those up on a stovetop or in an oven, but it's part of the challenge. So I do love stuffed shells, so I am looking forward to eating this all week. But yeah, that's where we are right now. We made it to the final week of meal prepping. So the stuffed shells were actually way easier to warm up than I thought they would be, and they were delicious to eat multiple days in a row. Was not mad about that one at all. This week, I might wish I had a microwave. Like, I feel like I've said that every week, but this week I decided to go a little more advanced, I guess. So I'm making riced cauliflower and noodles and chicken, and then I plan on heating up the noodles and chicken with Alfredo sauce every day. Instead of like putting it in the fridge with the Alfredo sauce already on it, I'll just add it from the jar like every day. So yeah, sounds delicious. Looking forward to eating it tonight, but we'll see how easy it is to heat up on the stovetop. So yeah, ready for this last week and to give my little conclusion. Looks like I got some thoughts already, but I don't want to just throw them out here yet because got one more week to go. So let's do this. Guys, this lighting is bad. I know. I'm filming in my bedroom, which I generally try to not do because the lighting is bad. But it's also 8:34 at night, so like the lighting's gonna be bad everywhere. I've officially wrapped up the final week of meal prep, and I think this week might have been my favorite that I meal prepped. Maybe. It's a draw between this week and the stuffed shells week. So basically, meal prepping pasta is great for me. Love it. Never get tired of pasta. My weight doesn't appreciate it, but my like actual stomach hunger does. You know, like my literal stomach doesn't, my figurative stomach does. Does that make sense? Probably not. But anyway, yeah, last week of meal prepping done. Eating the chicken Alfredo noodles, whatever, was super easy and I loved it. I did make myself some sweet potato fries for the last few days as well, but that was also delicious. Riced cauliflower, it turns out I'm not a big fan of. I like regular cauliflower much more than riced cauliflower, so good to know. Learn something new every day. But I think I'm going to, I didn't end up eating it like most of the days, so I think I'm going to incorporate it into salads. See how I like it like that. But yeah. Thoughts on meal prepping. I think if I did it for like 3 days at a time, maybe 4 days at a time, I could do it. That 5th day seems to be where it gets a little difficult with some things to keep going, because I'm just like over eating the same thing. So maybe 3 to 4 days at a time I could totally handle on occasion. Great time saver, great money saver, because you spend that extra time on a day where you're going to be cooking that thing anyway, and just make more of it and separate it out into dishes. And then later on in the week you just have to take time to heat it up. So much easier. It takes the thought process out of it, and it's a great money saver because you're not buying things to make like 7 different meals. You're buying enough stuff to make like 1 to 3, depending on how many days you're meal prepping for. So yeah, that part was awesome. I'm sorry if I've been tilted the whole time. I just realized my hand was like a little bit. So yeah, not something that I'm going to pick up permanently, but something that I know I can do if I know I'm going to be busy during a week, or if I just like, I don't know, feel like it, I guess. So yeah, that is it for this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Leave me a comment down below if you've ever tried meal prepping, or if you have any thoughts, comments, ideas, anything about it. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you have any ideas on other things that I should test for an entire month, leave me a comment with that as well. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!